Hi, my name is Peter Mitchell. I am an enrolled agent. I am federally authorized to represent any U.S. taxpayer before the IRS. I've worked with taxpayers throughout the United States and overseas, and I can help you if you receive notices and you're not sure the next steps to take. So let's get into it. The problem with a lot of people and the IRS is that they don't open the letter that they receive, and the letters continue to escalate as they progress. So one of the things you can do immediately if you have just received the first notice is to reply to it. Contact the IRS. They can help explain the letter if there's things that you don't understand, or contact a tax professional. The bottom line is you don't want to ignore the letter. Each letter is getting you closer to a bank levy, a lien, a wage garnishment, etc. What are some of the letters you definitely don't want to avoid? The CP 504 letter, which is the intent to levy. This is very important. This should hopefully get your attention that you need to take action and contact the IRS to deal with this problem. If you do not, the next letter they send out is the final notice, the letter 11, final notice of intent to levy. And after that, there will be no more warnings. There will be no more opportunities to avoid a levy unless you take action. Following up to those letters will be the balance due notices saying that you continue to have this balance due and that penalties and interest are accruing. Each letter is a step forward, a legal step forward, meaning that as they escalate, you may lose rights to appeal if you do not take action. So what are the steps that you need to take? As I have already mentioned, you want to open and do that immediately because sometimes it's very time sensitive, especially the final notice of intent to levy. They have only given you 10 days to contact them. After that, all bets are off. Call the IRS yourself or hire a tax professional to help you with understanding your rights, how to respond to the letter, and also how to resolve the problem that you have with the IRS. Make sure you respond for deadlines, and either you or hire a tax professional before deadlines arrive. After deadlines, things can just get more challenging to resolve your situation. The sooner you act, the easier it will be to resolve and get on top of the IRS problem. If you have any unfiled tax returns, meaning that the tax filing deadline has come and gone for that tax year, you do need to work on getting those tax returns prepared and filed with the IRS so that they know if you are owing or not owing on any of those tax returns. Otherwise, they will not set up any type of resolution with you to address the problem. The problem will just continue to sit there until you get those tax returns filed. So I had a client by the name of Dave. He received a CP 504 letter, which is the intent to levy. And fortunately, he did not ignore that. He brought that to me, got me involved to help represent him, and I was able to contact the IRS, establish an affordable payment plan for him, and avoid the burden and financial crisis of a bank levy on his account. So that's a positive story. Not all stories have that kind of positive outcome. I have had clients in the past come to me who have already had a levy placed on their account. They have 30 days from the date that levy was placed to contact the IRS and provide reasonable cause as to why the IRS should release those funds, which can be a very challenging thing to do. Once they've got those funds, they have access to those funds, they're very reluctant to let them go if you owe them money. If you can establish that you don't owe them what they say you owe them, that's one possible reasonable cause. If it's going to cause a financial hardship, that may be another reasonable cause. If you own a business and it's going to prevent you from being able to make payroll, etc., you may have a reasonable cause, but it just becomes a lot more challenging to get them to release the funds once the levy has already been placed on the account. So obviously, best course of action is to act before that happens. Okay, what not to do: don't throw away the letters. Bad idea. That makes it more difficult for you. It makes it more difficult for your tax professional if you decide to hire one. So keep the letters, take them to the tax professional so that he or she can help you to assess the situation and identify how best to resolve it. Don't wait for a lien or levy to arrive. As I had already previously mentioned, it can be very challenging to get those things removed from your account. So the best thing to do is to act before that happens. Also, don't operate under the assumption that the IRS will forget that you are in their system. They will continue to follow up with you, and they won't forget about you. If this video has been helpful, and if you need further assistance, I provided a link to my calendar to book an appointment. This is a free consultation to discuss your situation and to figure out how I can be of assistance to you. Use the link included in this presentation or the link below in the description of the video, and get on my calendar immediately so that we can get this problem resolved. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel for future tips on dealing with IRS problems and other types of IRS letters. If you have received a letter, place a comment on the video as to what letter you received, and what if you have a question about that, and I'll be happy to reply and provide you some insight. Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, and have a good day.